Would you please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the number 1 NJROTC unit in Area 12, North Florida and Georgia, the Alan D. Nease High School NJROTC, the Pledge, and the National Anthem, sung by senior choir students and performed by senior ASL students. And the Pledge of Allegiance by Marwan Benjamin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Members of the class of 2019, faculty, staff, family, honored guests, and those who are here because they decided to pay $20 for an extra ticket. I would like to welcome everyone to the 36th graduation ceremony of Alan D. Nease High School. My name is Mira Menon, and I'm so honored to be here as your senior class president / game commissioner, whichever you prefer, congratulating you all on surviving these past 4 years. First, a thank you to my parents for providing me with constant support, love, and of course my 2001 Toyota Prius. Thank you to my friends for writing this for me along with every other essay. And a special thank you to you all for not running against me. You're the real reason I'm up here today. Although indeed chaotic, I feel as though our high school career was quite eventful. We here at Nease have had the typical high school experience. School drills ending with students using their creativity to make balloons. The general population learning it is not okay to have more than one person in a stall at a time. A short period where people were stalking each other with super splash soakers for $900. And us realizing our true academic potential as we all received free 100s for our exams. Well, at least some of us. These 4 years have been culminating to these very monumental next 2 hours, and so without further ado, it is both an honor and privilege to introduce our special guests at this time. Oh, you can sit down, by the way. Sorry. Please hold your applause until all the guests have been announced. Mr. Tim Forson, the Superintendent of Schools. Ms. Kathy Middlestack, Deputy Superintendent of Operations. Mr. Brennan Asplin, Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum. Mr. Bill Mignon, School Board Member, District 3. Mrs. Kelly Barrera, School Board Chair. Mrs. Beverly Slow, School Board Vice Chair, District 1. Mr. Patrick Canan, School Board Member, District 5. Mrs. Lisa Kunza, Principal. Mr. Ted Banton, Assistant Principal. Dr. Latasha Bowens, Assistant Principal. Mr. Jeff Stoddard, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Daphne Harden, School Counselor. Mrs. Derica Gibbs, School Counselor. Mrs. Linda Smith, School Counselor. Miss Athena Kifa, School Counselor. Mrs. Cynthia Vartanian, School Counselor. Mrs. Vanessa Power, Registrar. Mrs. Missy Kennedy, International Baccalaureate Coordinator. Mrs. Jamie Cohn, Career Academy Coordinator. Mr. Hansen, aka Gunny, ROTC instructor and father of Katie Hansen. Mrs. Jacqueline Ashcroft, testing coordinator and mother of Harrison Park. Mrs. Melissa Fifield, math teacher and mother of Zachary Fifield. Mr. Matt McCool, athletic director and father of Brett McCool. The introductions this evening would not be complete without recognizing those who have been such an integral part of our lives of all of us. It is with a great deal of pleasure that I recognize the outstanding faculty and staff of Nease High School whose dedication, influence, and expertise will always remain with us. Faculty and staff, would you please stand? I would also like to recognize Ms. Diane Hurst and Mrs. Holly Bergwin for being the senior sponsors this year. The senior sponsors could not have done everything without the help of the senior officers. At this time, I would like the officers to stand when I announce your name. Senior Class Vice President Marwan Benchaboon, and Senior Class Treasurer Tina Wilhelm. Thank you for all of your hard work this year. At this time, I would like to bring up our first speaker this evening, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Tim Forson.
Congratulations. That's my words. Congratulations. That's all you want to know right now. Congratulations, right? Oh, and I am going to add, you're welcome for the final exam, all right? I do want to just share a couple things. On behalf of the school district, on behalf of every staff member that's a part of this school district, we do offer those congratulations. And we offer the congratulations not only to you, the graduates, but to moms and dads, grandparents, aunts and uncles, sisters and brothers and cousins and friends. It is a joint effort, right? It is a journey that you all do together. And I know that you as students or as graduates have gratitude for the effort and the mentorship and the support that you've gotten from so many others. I also want to offer congratulations to the teachers, to all teachers, teachers of Nease High School, as well as the teachers you may have had at Landrum Middle School or wherever you went to middle school or elementary school. For some of you, it might have been that first grade teacher or that second or third grade teacher that had a great impact on your life. And I think as teachers, we all feel fulfillment in this day and celebrating with you. It is your day, and we're very proud of the efforts and the work and the results. You know, as you move forward from tonight, you're going to be able to take with you all the things that you've learned, all that you know, all the character traits, the characteristics that you've built, and those are going to move forward with you. So what I want to ask you to do and to think about is that this is a point you get to kind of clean the slate. There's no baggage with you right now. Whatever the next step is all yours. And that next step is probably not going to be with mom and dad at your side. It's your step. It is absolutely your step. And I know that it is an opportunity for you to reach as far as you want to reach and do the very best. And I know that in this group, there are future doctors and lawyers and policemen and firemen and nurses and moms and dads and grandparents, because it is all a part of your future and what's going to be important to you as you move forward. The only piece of advice I have for you, because I've talked with a few of you in the past, is that I know how fast your life is. I know the pace. It's incredibly fast. So just think about this. Think about it at points that you have in your life. I don't know where your quiet place is. Maybe it's at the beach. You know, maybe it's somewhere else that you find as your place to slow down and be reflective. But in the fast-paced world that you're in and that you're about to enter, be reflective. Think about it. How can I make the world a better place? And I don't mean grandeur. I don't mean you have to solve some magnificent problem. I mean what's in front of you and who is in front of you, and how can you make that immediate world a better place for them and a better place for you. You're a very impressive class. Many, many accomplishments and many accomplishments on the horizon. So just keep up the good work. And again, I offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Our next speaker is School Board Chair, Mrs. Kelly Barrera.
Good evening. Before I get started on my quick remarks, I did want to ask any of our students who have plans to join the military after graduation, I'd like to ask that you stand and be recognized. On behalf of myself and my fellow school board members, we so appreciate the sacrifice that you all are making to defend our country and the safety of our world. Seniors, the day that many of you have been waiting for and thought would never get here soon enough has finally happened. It's finally here. And for several of you, the time has truly flown by. But regardless of how fast or how slow this milestone has come, here you are. You are moments away from walking across the stage and receiving your hard-earned diploma. As I look back on my own high school graduation, my memories are vague, not because it wasn't a good experience. It was. And it wasn't because I didn't have great friends alongside me. I did. And it wasn't because I didn't like the teachers or the administration. They were fine. But it was because I was so ready and focused on the next step, the next adventure, the next chapter. I have no idea what the different speakers at graduation shared. I'm sure that I probably couldn't have even told you later that evening. It wasn't so much that I wasn't listening. It was probably more that they said what I expected them to say. I do remember sitting there and being somewhat nervous about walking up and down the stairs and across the stage in front of so many people and so many guests. All of you may be experiencing some of the same feelings right now, thinking about what comes next. Some of you may be thinking about the celebration after commencement tonight. Others of you may be thinking about the need to pack before leaving for the summer. And still others may be thinking, like me, about walking carefully on the steps in order not to trip. But I encourage you, all of you, to take this moment and have a pause. Look around at your peers beside you. Take a moment and look at your educators before you and your families and friends surrounding you. Be present in this moment. I wish I had savored that moment more. Because the thing about high school is people will never know you the way the people in high school knew you. Because the people in high school were able to watch you grow, develop, change. They were with you as classmates whenever you won, whenever you lost, whenever you succeeded, whenever you failed. They were there with the challenges and with the successes, and you all are in that time and community. Nowhere again will you be on this journey together. In today's social media-driven age, it's so easy to become absent from your own life. Don't let yourself fall into the trap of focusing so much on other people's social media presence or miss your own happenings right in front of you while you're trying to focus on getting the perfect filter for Instagram. Don't consume your time looking at the past or anticipating or being anxious about the future. Today and every day, I encourage you to be in the present because life is happening now. It's made up of moments like these and everyday moments, and how those moments will shape you into the individual you are and your relationships with others and create a path in your life you determine. In your moments, live with respect, kindness, integrity, and compassion for others. It's a hard thing to practice, and especially during this busy and exciting time, such as today. But I want to remind you that each day is a gift. Today and in your ventures ahead, never take any single moment for granted. On behalf of St. Johns County School Board, we congratulate you on the class of 2019 on your successes today. This is your moment. And my hope is that you enjoy every single second of it. Thank you.
Good evening. At this time in our program, I'd like to give special recognition to the students who are graduating with a weighted GPA between 3.5 and 3.99. Students, if your GPA is between 3.5 and 3.99, please stand. These students are graduating cum laude. These students are graduating cum laude or with praise. Next, I would like to recognize students with a weighted GPA between 4 and 4.5. These students are graduating magna cum laude or with great praise. Students, would you please stand? Finally, I'd like to recognize students with a weighted GPA of over 4.5. These students are graduating summa cum laude or with highest praise. Would you please stand? Congratulations. I'd like to recognize 4 of our seniors who are not only earning their high school diploma tonight, but have also received their Associates of Arts degree from St. John's River. Would you please stand? Congratulations. These are very difficult accolades to achieve, and these students would not have accomplished them without the help and support of their families. At this time, I'd like to recognize all the parents of our students. If you would please stand, and students, please give your parents a round of applause. We would also like to honor and celebrate the service of veterans and all those who are currently serving in the military. At this time, if all veterans and military personnel would stand to be recognized. Thank you very much for your service. 2 seniors here have distinguished themselves by achieving the very highest grades earned by the members of the class of 2019 during their high school experience. They are the class Salutatorian, Ajay Sarma, and class Valedictorian, Elise Belkin. I would like to introduce our Salutatorian, Ajay Sarma, who is an International Baccalaureate candidate, ranked 2nd in the class out of 552 with a GPA of 4.7933. Ajay is the son of, you can pronounce her. I don't want to mispronounce.
I am the son of Srilata Mahankali and Sundar Sarma.
Thank you. This fall, Ajay will be attending Harvard University, majoring in political science. It is my pleasure to give you the Salutatorian.
As Salutatorian, it is my job to welcome everyone. So welcome. Before I continue, I'd like to thank all of the parents in the audience, especially my parents. I'm not always the easiest to put up with at home, but somehow you guys did for the past around 18 years. I'd also like to thank all of my teachers over these past 4 years. I'm not the easiest to put up with at school either. But anyways, being at Nease for 4 years, seeing all of my classmates here today graduating alongside me makes me unspeakably happy. Mostly because we'll never have to take an FSA, EOC, district exam, IB exam, or AP exam ever again. But also, it's pretty cool that we made it. While we're on the topic of Nease, though, I'd like to take some time to just reflect on how there is very rarely a dull moment at that school. Florida, the land of people throwing alligators through drive-through windows, already has a reputation for strangeness, and naturally, Nease is occasionally reflective of that. Our school is literally outdoors. That's weird in and of itself. Like, someone actively made the decision to build a school with no proper hallways in a state where it is constantly hot, or constantly raining, or some unholy mixture of the two. And maybe it's because the constant exposure to the elements messes with our brains a bit, but I have some interesting experiences from these past 4 years. I recently saw, for example, Nease Wired's remake of Avengers Endgame, or maybe Marvel remade Wired. Now, I'm not going to be the one to spoil Endgame for you, but I think Nease's version was better. And this year, I can proudly say that I graduated alongside the people that voted to make Sicko Mode by Travis Scott and featuring Drake, our class song. I can't wait to hear that playing in 10 years when we hold our class reunion in our class's favorite hangout spot, according to the same poll of seniors, the A-Pod bathroom. I don't know if any of us today got to have the ideal Disney Channel caliber high school experience. I don't really think that anyone graduating from any high school can honestly say they did. For starters, there was a pretty significant lack of impromptu singing or dancing going on in the middle of the school day. Aside from the courtyard dance battles, the timing and location were questionable, but they were a misrecruiting opportunity for the Pantherettes. And while I would hate to crush anyone's dreams on graduation day of all days, Zac Efron will not be, at any point, walking across the stage today. Aside from the lack of celebrities graduating with us, there's probably a lot most of us would go back and change if we could redo these past 4 years. But in a lot of ways, having a high school experience with some memories that we can look back on fondly and some memories that we can look back on not so fondly can be a positive thing. The media feeds us a lot of stuff about high school being the best 4 years of someone's life, but that seems so sad to me. The average American lives to between 77 and 79. Imagine reflecting back on your life and realizing that you peaked more than half a century ago in a Florida public school without proper hallways. Being able to accept that these past 4 years have had their upsides and downsides instead of choosing to view them as wholly positive or negative makes growth easier. Treasure the good memories, homecoming, prom, football games, and graduating today. Aside from my speech, feel free to forget this. But don't shy away from the mistakes you made during these past 4 years. We're way too worried with perfection as a society, and sometimes that prevents us from seeing the value in learning from our mistakes and realizing that there's beauty in the imperfect. But we have to. If we're going to work to stop these past 4 years from becoming the highlights of our lives, if we're going to make sure that every year is better than the one before it, we need to be able to reflect on the past. And as I reflect on my own high school experience, I'm realizing how hard it's going to be next school year when I'm in college and there are no familiar faces, when I don't get to see my family each day, when there is no lunch table that my friends and I sit at every day without fail, when maybe those first few weeks there aren't any friends. There's something safe about being in high school. Like I said, Nease is weird, but it's predictably weird. At least at Nease, when I was eating lunch and someone at the table behind me made weird animal noises, I saw it coming. But we all have to let go at some point, and that's what graduating is all about. I never thought I'd be giving a speech repeating the same tired cliches about graduating being like flipping to a new chapter or turning to a new page or whatever. But the reality is that it's more like opening a whole new book with maybe some of the same characters. Whether you're going to a 4-year college or university, a trade school, joining the armed forces, or going right into the workforce, whether you're planning on living in St. Johns County for the rest of your life or planning on moving across the country, This is a huge shift. And it might stink for a little bit, but I think that's just a part of growing up. So, here's to growing up, to charting our own paths, to beginning new chapters, to better tomorrow, and all of the other stupid cliches you can think of. Here's to old friends and friends yet to be made. Here's to the kids making animal noises in the cafeteria, but please stop. to hilarious and occasionally confusing Wired segments, and, of course, the APOD bathroom. Here's to Alan D. Nease High School. Here's to us. Thank you.
Next, it is my honor to introduce the class of 2019 Valedictorian, Elise Belkin. Elise is an International Baccalaureate candidate ranked first in the class of 552 with a GPA of 4.8403. Pretty impressive. She is the daughter of Mary and David Belkin, and this fall, Elise will be attending the University of Florida, majoring in pre-medicine. At this time, it's my honor to introduce Elise.
Hey y'all, how we feeling tonight? Yes, that's printed on this sheet of paper. I just wanted to start off by saying I'm equally as scared as honored to be here speaking in front of you all. All I did was take a few extra AP classes, but instead of landing me in an Ivy, it landed me in front of 5,000 people. So thank you, AP Psychology. Hopefully, I can offer some life-changing insight from my 18 years of wisdom and vast experience. That's the goal for today. But before I get started, I'd like to thank my support system, my friends and teachers, you guys are the best, my dog Teddy, he's cool, and my family and extended family, of course. If at any point you feel your eyes wandering, feel free to look over at them. They'll be crying the whole time. Extremely entertaining. My dad's the guy who wears sunglasses indoors to pretend he's not crying, so it shouldn't be too hard to spot him. Hopefully, in the next couple minutes, I'll make my reasoning for using the piano clear. If not, it's just as much an excuse to limit the amount of times my voice cracks, so bear with me. I wish I could tell you that I practiced my little performance for you guys all day and night, but given that my last AP exam was 7 hours ago, I was not afforded that luxury. If I accidentally start doing calculus, you all know why. Had to fix that. So from kindergarten until 5th grade, I played the piano. My mom made me take lessons. And naturally, when my brother decided to quit, that's exactly what I wanted to do, always following his lead, except in my college decision, go Gators. But she forced me to keep playing. She said, Lacey, one more year of lessons. I said, yeah, all right, Mom. So I took lessons knowing that I was going to quit, but I was inspired by this song, and I told myself I have to learn how to play this song. I was no Mozart, not incredible at reading music, so I worked at it until I could play this song from my head. This is a story about how perseverance will undoubtedly lead you to success. It's not, I quit that year. But I did learn something I just knew I would have to use in a speech 7 years later. I was done playing the piano until one day I started to play around with the melody of another song. I could hear the music in my head, that's better, and play it through the right hand, which controls the melody, and then I realized I could use the same broken chords from the left hand from the first song and this one.
with me? And in Don't Stop Believing? And in Wagon Wheel? And in Trap Queen? And in Wrecking Ball? And in Kiss Me Through the Phone? It takes initiative to build the foundation. Learn the first chord, the first 4 notes, and then you can create. You can play John Legend or Darius Rucker or Miley Cyrus, or even if you feel so inclined, Fetty Wap. These 4 years of high school at Nease, you build that foundation. You've tried out different friend groups, different sports, different clubs, yo-yo club being the best, sorry NHS. You become the version of yourself that will walk across this stage as soon as I stop talking. You didn't just leave Nease High School waiting for your ID not to scan, you left it with a new perspective. You have the opportunity to take what you've learned, embrace how you've changed, and use it to become the version of yourself capable of greatness. Maybe you will work in construction, demolishing buildings by way of heavy metal balls, or maybe you will develop communications programs that allow for technologically transmitted PDA. Find your own passion, choose your path, and make every decision in service of those passions. I hope that you will use the foundation you've built here to play the notes how you want to and learn new chords along the way. Thank you, class of 2019. Congratulations, enjoy it.
Now it is my pleasure to present this class of candidates for graduation. So class, would you please stand? And Mr. Forson, would you please join me at the lectern? Mr. Forson, I certify that all members of this graduating class have completed the official requirements for graduation under the regulations of the Florida Department of Education and the policies of the School Board of St. Johns County.
Ms. Barrera, if you would come to the podium. Mrs. Barrera, as Superintendent of the St. Johns County School District, and on behalf of the faculty at Allen D. Nease High School, I certify to you that all members of the graduating class are eligible to receive diplomas in recognition of their graduation.
On behalf of the School Board of St. Johns County and by the authority of the School Board, I hereby confer these diplomas from Alan D. Nease High School and on each of you, and congratulate you on this most heartily on this achievement. Thank you.
Okay, the junior marshals will begin. The seniors can be seated. The junior marshals will begin directing the first 2 rows to the back of the stage. The rest of the class will be directed to follow. As these graduates are moving to the front, we have arrived at a very special and important part of the program, the awarding of the diplomas. This evening is a momentous occasion for the young people who will be ending their high school careers. In order that each of our graduates may be properly recognized, we are requesting that you are respectful as graduate names are being called, so that everyone can hear their child's name. I would appreciate your assistance in this matter. Marshals, if you will please direct the first 2 rows so that we may begin.
Ajay Shiv Sarma.
Mira Gowrie Menon.
Elise Michelle Belkin.
Nyla Toms.
Destiny Brianna Adams.
Tanner Alexander Roten.
Emma Marie Frank.
Vanessa Alice Zachariah.
Lauren Nina Johnston.
Raina Emmanuel Daly.
Alyssa Marie Madrajejos.
Nashali Garcia Rodriguez.
Megan Christine Matson.
Aaron Robert Kaplan.
Aoife May Saletto.
Preeti Khanna.
Alana B. Faby.
Caroline Susan Rivera.
Helen Leanne.
Brianna Nicole Jarvis.
Brooklyn Larry McEwen.
Veronica Lopez.
Anthony Joseph Ragan.
Leanne Candace McMillan.
Chloe Brianna Riles.
Julia Eve Barr.
Lauren Nicole Schwartz.
Timothy Yui Wong.
Jordan Ray Sweeney.
Tiffany Elizabeth House.
Parker John Tenney.
Haley Jade Laval.
Marwan Benchaboon.
Molly Michelle Murphy.
Michaela Shanetta Hayes Vitolo.
Gia Rain Martin.
Ashley Ann Claus.
Josiah Daniel Popovich.
Nicole Lopez.
Rachel Grace Rambler.
Kayla Marie Wiggins McBride.
Nevada Cassidy Suko.
Grace Elizabeth Atchison.
Jasmine Amber Subridge.
Drew Adams.
Anissa Hannah Manasuri.
Musa Ahmed.
Floral Nangjasan Maran.
Michelle Akyol.
Christopher Luke Marlowe.
Tucker Allen Albritton.
Marissa Grace Maringer.
Francisco Alleman IV.
Brooke Ann Martin.
Michael Adam Alexander.
Jessica Ellie Massantonio.
Alexis Marie Alford.
Preston E. Mason.
Abdullah Montasser Al Garabali.
Mallory Lynn Mastronardi.
Cheyenne Ali.
Connor Day Matthews.
Jacqueline Dawn Allard.
Brandon Lane Mayberry.
Jacob Alexander Alsop.
Zachary Joseph Mayer.
Andre Lorenzo Alvarez.
Chanel Loren Mayfarth.
Corbin Matthias Anderson.
Ariana May Mazzoni.
Donovan Houston Anglin.
Shane Michael McCaffrey.
Caitlin Elizabeth Arnold.
Erin Nicole McCloskey.
Sean Patrick Arnold.
Brett Timothy McCool. Hey.
Caleb Keith Arsenault.
Maggie Kate McElhaney.
Karen Nessie Asplund.
Brianna Megan McFadden.
Alana Ann Atkins.
Michael Peter McGowan.
Mariah Nicole Babb.
Emily Patricia McInerney.
Richard Waldemar Bachman II.
Reese Lawrence McLaughlin.
Troy David Barber.
Emma Hayes Meehan.
Jaden Daniel Barton.
Claire Rose Meyer.
Mackenzie Rose Beatty.
Laura Marangolo.
Benjamin Paris Beatty.
Lindsay Ann Merritt.
Tyler Joseph Becker.
Riley Patrick Mickey.
Skylar Jacob Beggy.
Colin Brent Mickley.
Hannah Cho Begun.
David Robert Miller.
William Joseph Bain Jr.
Rohan Misra.
Jack Gregory Beispear.
Carson Gilland Mitchell.
Benjamin Keith Bell.
William Henry Mitchell.
James J. Berkey III.
Tyler Brendan Molanen.
Grayson Rosalie Best.
Keegan Matthew Monahan.
Carlos Betancourt.
Caleb Austin Moore.
Cameron Atticus Black.
McKenna Ann Moore.
Emily Ann Blackford.
Haley A. Moorfield.
Gabriel Tristan Blakely.
And Alicia Caridad Morales.
Jocelyn Claire Marie Bleeker.
Sinead G. Georgiana Morgan.
Jake Patrick Blumberg.
Vivia Noel Morley.
Brandon Michael Boggs.
Chance Wayne Mosier.
Kevin Pio Boos.
Brandon Chi Ming Mum.
Kathleen Elizabeth Bowe.
Benjamin Patrick Milet.
Kaylee Marie Bauer.
Mohammed Naqvi.
Morgan Emily Blair Boyne.
Michael Narais.
Lazar Anthony Brackett.
Oscar Gabriel Naranjo Jr.
Alyssa Madison Bradford.
Chloe Francine Narciso.
Alexander Shea Brailsford.
Mariana Sofia Narvaez.
James William Henry Brailsford.
Selma Edidutan Turano Nazaru.
Ashley Page Bridges.
Kayla Marie Nazi.
Sydney Audrey Brackenwagon.
Pratul Newpain.
Gabriel Antonio Brandow.
Ann Soon Win.
Peyton Cole Brocksmith.
Jonathan Thien Guan Win.
Sarah Paige Brookman.
Catherine Conwin.
Cameron John Brown.
Ashton Robert Nemec.
Caitlin Bailey Brown.
Thomas David North.
Nicholas Scott Bunkowski.
Kate Jolynn Norwood.
Eric Richard Berkey.
Alex Sarah O'Brien.
Gabrielle Madison Butler.
Sean Matthew O'Donnell.
Daniel Carter Caldwell.
David Patrick Ollendorf Jr.
Ian Alwyn Nathaniel Sampson Caleb.
Trevor Nelson Ohm.
Matthew Jason Campbell.
Christopher Lee Oliver Jr.
Taylor Nicole Candeletti.
Coleman Andrew Osborne.
Haley Nicole Capitano.
Alexandra Tatiana Metaxic Pageant.
Robert Worth Cardinal Warmonth.
Victor Andres Pagan.
Carrie Ruth Carpenter.
Atharva Rajnees Palande.
Luke Harrison Carter.
Bradley Christian Palmer.
Peyton Elise Carter.
Madison Grace Pappas.
Nicole Vovadich Chang.
Lucas Pappas.
Isha Chakuri.
Salvador Anthony Paratori.
Bailey Ann Chisholm.
Preston Patrick Park.
Lindsay Morgan Cece.
Abigail Marie Parks.
Jonah Paul Clark.
Richard Joseph Parmalee.
Cameron Marie Clyburn.
Haley Camille Parton.
Chase Jeffrey Compton.
Ashwi Bharat Patel.
Keegan Micah Connolly.
Ria Rajay Patel.
Noah Rylan Conroy.
Ruchi Patel.
Farah Contractor.
Matthew Pavlik.
Laura Valentina Contreras.
Jonah Wade Paxton.
Jackson Willis Cooper.
Alexis Hope Perez.
Summer Elise Cooper.
Adabera Perez Vasquez.
Gabriela Melilani Pauline Cordero.
Jesse Cole Perminter.
Jacob Aaron Corrales.
McKenna Lee Peters.
Jane Audrey Serlinjak.
Liam Jacob Pfister.
Nellie Elizabeth Serlinjak.
Nicholas Justin Pender.
Paige Nevada Crook.
Hannah Pittard.
Aubrey Nicole Cunningham.
Caitlin Ann Pittman.
Gabriel Olufemi Dada.
Landon Cole Pollock.
Victoria Lynn Damon.
Dalton Wade Potts.
Emily Hong Dang.
Alyssa Taylor Powers.
Morgan Letty Dawkan.
Andrew Carter Ramberg.
Bailey Laureen Darner.
Alyssa L. Ramesh.
Kara Nicole Darty.
Eric Alexander Ramirez.
Dylan Jacob Dorora.
Paxton Tate Randall.
Nayeli Davaliz.
Hayden Allen Range.
Colin Spencer Davidson.
Brianna Marie Rankin.
Kiana Shea Davis.
Tyler Scott Rasmussen.
Destiny DeMeo.
Taylor Ann Ray.
Aurora Demirai.
Alexis Nicole Reedy.
Reagan Crockett Dent.
Augustus Eli Ronhart IV.
Scotty Francis Dishman.
Lana Lucille Rice.
Kelly Marie Dodd.
Gavin Thomas Riccobono.
Alyssa Christine Doffing.
Logan Maxwell Rich.
Wesley Weller Doniger.
Jade Cassidy Richards.
Jacqueline Madeline Donnelly.
Michael Anton Rorick.
Nicolette Mia Draper.
Sydney Melanie Mary Robbins.
Harrison James Dupark.
Zion Cole Robinette.
Abigail Lee Dolka.
Tia Marie Robinson.
Hunter Sierra Duncan.
Angel M. Rodriguez III.
Esteban Damian Duran.
Catherine Rodriguez.
Jonathan Michael Ely.
Savannah Claire Romehild.
Candace Marie Edwards.
Madeline Reynolds Roof.
Grace Lauren English.
Megan Lee Rooker.
William Hep English.
Kyle Patrick Rosman.
Brandon Michael Introt.
Caitlin Irene Russell.
Micah Joe Eshbaugh.
Seth Rayu Saavedra.
Dante Michael Finelli.
Emily Michelle Salvador.
Hannah Christine Favorite.
Walker Joseph San Juan.
Dominique Nicole Ferguson.
April Marie Sanchez.
Roberto Ashok Fernandez III.
DeAndre O'Neill Sanks.
Matthew David Fiedler.
Maria Paulina Santana.
Zachary Elwell Fifield.
Juliana Santiago.
Tyler Scott Finocchiaro.
Luke Anthony Sarah.
Emma Stefania Lon Fiore.
Stephen Christopher Sarama.
Vincent Carlos Fleming.
Jonathan Kenneth Sargent.
Zachary David Formica.
Erin Elizabeth Sass.
Samantha Lynn Thornton.
Haley Christine Seville.
Tamorlin Nicole Foster.
Christian James Schmink.
Abigail Marie Fowler.
Grace Ann Schneider.
Madeline Grace Fox.
Quinlan Adair Schneider.
Shelby Caroline Fox.
Amrita Sethumadhavan.
Christopher Franceschini.
Gabriel Andre Sevilla.
Kaylee Marie Fremid.
Kieran Ninad Shaw.
Connor David Furman.
Abigail Grace Shaver, our Nease Panther mascot.
Haley Amanda Fullerton.
Sarah Catherine Sheely.
Shane Patrick Gaffney.
Alejandra Shinosaki.
Gabriela Vanessa Gallardo Fuentes.
Zachary Edward Shirley.
Christopher Daniel Garcia.
Anne Marie Silva Gonzalez.
Isabella Maria Garcia.
Mackenzie Joe Simon Collins.
Jackson David Gardner.
Aditya Singh.
Taylor Lynn Garnes.
Hannah Mary Sieverhus.
Joseph Michael Gessner.
Taylor Ashley Skis.
Logan C. Gibler.
Sydney Matthew Jean Sleep.
Peyton E. Gibler.
Jonte J. Smiley.
Alex Lillian Glaze.
Demoy Mitzi Smith.
Brandon Michael Gleason.
Jesse Renee Smith.
Jacob A. Geminer.
Samuel Dwayne Smith.
Nicholas James Godzich.
Isabella Nadine Snyder.
Joshua Armstrong Gould.
Mahive Saab.
Hunter Michael Greek.
Robert Michael Sobel Jr.
Hunter Niles Gregg.
Noah Weston Solom.
Clay Allen Gross.
Caitlin Lee Sorgan.
Nicholas Daniel Grossling.
Skylar Hannah Sork.
William Grulon Jr.
Sean Martin Sudret.
Peyton Michael Gustafson.
Ryan Patrick Spicer.
John Paul V. Gutierrez.
Kian Viet Si Bandit Munkal.
Derek Ryan Hall.
Olivia Rio St. Clair.
Landon Ariel Hanley.
Robert Preston Staples.
Emily Georgiana Hannon.
Caitlin Kendall Staver.
Katie Michaela Hansen.
Michael Ray Sterling.
Jacob Nils Harden.
Benjamin Michael Stevens.
Cody Anthony Hargis.
You got it. Ready? Jade Nicole Stone.
Olivia M. Harpster.
Liberty Catherine Streeter.
Caleb Forrester Harris.
Richard Lucas Strom.
Elena Kendall Harrison.
Chase Jared Stutzel.
John Caleb Gage Hartford.
Thomas Marshall Stump.
Colin Edward Hartley.
Farah Supri.
Justin Anthony Harvin.
Travis John Sutphin.
Uriah Hawkins.
Isabella B. Silver.
DeAndre Avery Hayden.
Jalen M. Stolar.
Caitlin Elaine Hayes.
Shuyun Tang.
Gavin Dean Hembach.
Elijah Paul Tanner.
Anthony Henderson.
Makai Joshua Taylor.
Krista Cataline Henry.
Lily Irene Tyson.
Patrick Jack Henry.
Emery Claire Thomas.
Kimberly Grace Heron.
Mary Irene Thompson.
Jacob Andrew Hilliard.
Claire Helen Thorson.
Matthew Paul Henson Jr.
Anna Lila Thorisness.
Constance Camille Hobby.
Stephanie Marie Toms.
Christopher Michael Hofacker.
Emily Toribio.
Hannah Catherine Holmes.
Jada Star Torres.
Jonathan Thor Holmes.
Kyle John Town.
Tiara Callista Holmes.
Connor Adam Truitt.
Allie Marie Homar.
Kane Aaron Tumbarello.
Marshall David Houchins.
Kaya T. Turner.
Alexandra Marie Hudson.
Shakiria Simone Turner.
Sarah Emily Hughes.
Angela Sarah All.
Zachary Edward Hunt.
Burke Suhail Olger.
Allison Caitlin Hurd.
Logan Daniel Underwood.
Caitlin Elizabeth Husong.
Denise Isabel Aguja Ui.
Faith Lynn Huster.
Manasi Badlamani.
Madeline Carol Hutchinson.
Kayla Van Dusen.
Isabella Marie Ibrahim.
Hunter Michael Vance.
Brielle Abigail Jabot.
Michaela Azajeri Banjarswell.
Ellen Rose Jackson.
Cassandra L. Vargas.
Victoria Kathleen Jacoby.
John Henry Vaughn V.
Hannah Tiffany Jacoby.
Andrew Gordon Vaughn.
Nicholas Alexander Jarrett.
Michael Jonathan Vaughn.
Heather Lynn Jett.
Alessia Janie Venturi.
Kyle William Jewell.
Frederique Faith Victor.
Rebecca Leanne Johnson.
Tina Wilhelm.
Emmanuel Azuma Josiah.
Lauren Renee Villanueva.
Tushar Shaker Kamat.
Connor James Aaron Vineyard.
Madison Kelly Kane.
Daniel Matthew Vlasoff.
Iman Kashif.
Blake A. Buzo.
Callista Maria Caston.
Justina Waba.
Armani Denise Kitt.
Francis A. Walls.
James Aaron Kennedy.
Travis Dean Weatherly.
John Merritt Kennedy.
Tyron Lee Webb.
Matthew Stephen Karakis.
Sydney Liga Weber.
Michaela Elizabeth Carrick.
Ashley Ann Weinstein.
Khadijah Munawar Khan.
Brooke Rose West.
Jordan Noel Kiernan.
Khalid Jesus Westcott.
Kirito Kim.
Chance McMillan White.
Shannon Lynn King.
Kirsten Lynn White.
Bella Wiley Kober.
Jared Andrew Whittle.
Brooke Elizabeth Kashusky.
Diana Lee Wilds.
Joshua Michael Kowiski.
Cameron Daniel Williams.
Ryder Jose Ku.
Clayton Anderson Williams.
Sophia Marie Currian.
Tariq Ahmad Williams.
Bailey Langdon Kurjanowitz.
Thomas Allen Williams II.
Caleb Hunter LaFrance.
Thomas Brody Williams.
Bilal Tilal Laban.
David Joseph Willoughby IV.
Lauren Kennedy Lawson.
Alexis S. Wilson.
Brent Tyler Lee.
Kelly Nicole Wilson.
Ching E. Joanne Lee.
Tristan Nathan Withrow.
Taylor Nicole Lexander.
Hunter Richard Ray IV.
Caroline Judy Levine.
Anthony Michael Wyatt.
Eric Robert Lewis.
Michael Jacob Yelich.
Samuel Alexander Lieb.
Madison Taylor Yuknavage.
Paige Nicole Litzow.
Amanda Nicole Yurkovich.
Sage Janess London.
Rebecca Diane Zarin.
Passion Lynn Long.
Eric Zhang.
Ethan John Michael Longo.
Christopher Michael Zervos.
Valeria Lopez Knobman.
Alice Zhang.
Samuel Alexander Lowry.
William Webster Zune.
Timothy Daniel Loy.
Ashley Rose Zuino.
Matthew Tuon Luke.
Thomas Edwin Bogle.
Catherine T. London. Jason Earl Lusk. Vu Brandon Win Liu. Keegan Braxton Macbeth. Peyton Tyler McDonald. Zachary Evan Moffett. Alicio Jeremias Magana. Joel Enrique Magana. Brandon Charles Major. Ria Malhotra. Dylan Scott Malicki. Albany Pereira. Rashad Quantavious McLeod.
Class of 2019. If you would please stand.